Hey everyone, my name is Ashley Smith and I am a top elite Team Beachbody coach, and I'm so excited to be chatting with you guys today about Power Hour, which is so important to your success as a coach. When you sit down and do your Power Hour every single day, whether it's an actual hour of time or whether it's just here and there throughout your day, that kind of accounts up for an hour or more. It is so important because that is one, what's going to keep you in conversation with people, and it keeps you consistent. It keeps your business moving forward. It keeps new people coming to you and new people to connect with every single day, and it really keeps you on your toes as well and helps you to be the best coach that you can be. So over the course of the couple years that I've been a coach, I've been working a lot on kind of forming a new Power Hour that would be really, really helpful for any type of coach, whether you're a new coach or a more seasoned coach. So this is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to break down the Power Hour for you. I'm going to go through it step by step, and I'm going to share with you exactly some ideas and things that you can use when doing your Power Hour so that you can be the most successful. How does that sound? All right, let me go ahead and share my screen with you so that you can really see exactly what I'm looking at. All right, so this is our Power Hour tracker, okay? So when you become a new coach, this is what you're going to be doing. You're going to take this and you're going to run with it. Okay, so the way that I've designed it is you can write down your week here, and then we're going to move to the next page. I even left you little inspirational quotes along the way so you can keep pushing. All right, so when you start with this Power Hour, what you're going to do is print out one copy of this, and that's going to supply your entire week of Power Hours, okay? So I've designed this PDF to be ready for a whole week. So up here, your first page is going to allow you just to write down any weekly notes, to-do list, reminders, ideas, notes, kind of just your master brain dump, if you will. And I utilize this all the time. It really helps me to stay focused and know exactly what I need to do for the week. / if I ever see something cool or I'm in a training and I don't have my notebook, then I can quickly write down a couple notes there. All right, this is your weekly coach action plan. These are basically all the tasks that you need to make sure that you're doing, as a coach at whichever level you're at. So for example, when you are looking at your weekly action plan, all coach levels are going to complete this part up here. Okay, every coach needs to get on the wake-up call, plan out your week, schedule any posts, check in with your coaches if you have some, or your upline coach, and so on and so forth. So up here I tell you, new coaches, leader coaches, everybody needs to complete this. Down here is team builders and leaders. So once you're beginning to kind of grow your own team, you've got some business builders and you have some coaches underneath you, this is where it gets really important to start checking more your online office and checking your sponsorship drill down and celebrating your coaches and helping run with a few coaches who maybe want to build this business with you. So this is where it's a really great idea to start adding in some of these tasks as you're building your own team. Okay, right here, make quality connections. Every week, we challenge you to connect with 60 people. So this can mean a variety of different things. Anybody that you have a solid conversation with or any type of connection with, I want you to write them down. It could be just their name. It could be that you had a conversation about coaching. Maybe you just talked about your kids, or maybe you talked about that cute outfit that they wore on their date night. Whatever it is, whatever kind of connection you have with them, I want you to write their name down, because those are the people that you're going to foster communications with and foster conversations with over the course of your Power Hours. Okay, so that's a great place to start, and just have their names all there. Now, this is on to our Power Hour, and this is what I'm going to help you with in just a second. So this is what a normal day looks like on your Power Hour. You're going to add friends, posts, like, and comments, new conversations, inviting, which is a huge part of our vital behaviors, follow up, and then your check-in. That's kind of to keep you on your toes and personally hold you accountable. So let me go to the end of it before I dive into getting on Facebook and showing you guys how you can make these conversations happen. So you see, you're going to scroll down. There's going to be 7 copies of these for those of you who do 7 Power Hours in a week. And then the last document is just to kind of plan out your post. Some people, I know a lot of coaches who really like to kind of, hold themselves accountable by planning out what they're going to post on Sunday. So maybe, I myself even do this, especially when I was working full time. I would sit down and I kind of plan out what I was going to write. So maybe Monday was going to be a motivational Monday quote. Tuesday, I was going to share this transformation. Friday I was going to share this Flex Friday workout, or, things like that. So, and I give you some other ideas over here, like a coach call out. Shout out a coach of yours who's doing something awesome and shout it out on your main page. A challenge group post, one time a week. Share about your challenge group or make an actual post to invite people to it. A transformation, share a transformation post of yourself or of another coach or another customer of yours, a challenger of yours. In transformation, think outside the box too. It doesn't always have to be physical transformation. I throw back all the time about transformation of myself emotionally and mentally and relationally with my husband. There's so many different transformations that can happen. It doesn't have to be just physical. A challenger or team post. So again, share about your team, share about what's going on in your team, what's going on with your challengers. The more that you're sharing about the behind the scenes, that is what helps people know what it is that you do, right? Coach lifestyle 4 times a week. That can be sprinkling coaching, and you're going to hear some videos about what it looks like to sprinkle coaching into your posts. And that just looks like, maybe you're sitting with your kids and you're answering a few messages, but you love it because you're getting to connect with women and help them feel empowered. Or maybe you're able to buy some groceries for your family, some organic groceries that you never used to be able to do before. And thanks to coaching, it's allowed you to be able to have that extra income. So it can be a variety of different things, but sprinkling it into your normal everyday life is so important because Beachbody touches every part of our lives. It's not something separate. If you let it be part of your life, then it will touch every single part of your life. Okay, and then video posts. Again, this is so easy now with being able to go live on Facebook. So you can go live talking about whatever, or you can make a video of your workouts or of a move of the day, or just go live talking about whatever. Maybe you read something cool in your personal development. Maybe you read, a cool devotional, whatever it may be. It's so great to go live and let people see who the person is behind what you post. And then up here, I kind of just give you some ideas: motivation, lifestyle, personal, engaging questions like questions or advice polls. People love to give their, well, I guess it is solicited in this case, but their own opinions to you. Connect with them, maybe a funny or relatable post, workout, nutrition. So just kind of keep it, 80% about your life and only 20% about the fitness business that we're in. You want people to just see your lifestyle, see how Beachbody really incorporates itself into every single thing that you do. It's not your life, it's just part of your life. Okay, so let's go back up here to our power hour. All right, so what it looks like to add friends. So, and I even give you guys some ideas up here to kind of help you with your power hour. Adding friends can be a variety of different things, okay? So it can be interacting in interest groups, requesting friends of friends, and maybe you have mutual friends, or finding common followers on Instagram. It just kind of depends on where you're planning on doing most of your power hour. If you're on Instagram, you can search a variety of hashtags and find great people to follow based on that. Now, if you want to do Facebook, let me share with you a little bit about what you can go and use Facebook for as far as adding friends. So one idea is up here. Say I want to learn about horseback riding, or maybe I'm really I cannot write and type at the same time. Horseback riding. Okay, so maybe I'm really into horseback riding and I want to look for a group about it. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and click on groups. Okay, so I went to the search bar, typed in horseback riding, and clicked on groups. Down here, look at how many different groups there are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll through and kind of search, look at the information about it, see what they're about, kind of see how many people are in there, and then from there kind of choose what I think I might, what might be a good group for me to learn. Maybe it's, maybe it's a group that is near where I live, maybe in the same city, or maybe it's in the same state, or, it could be about moms or crafting or vegan, or there's so many different options on Facebook as far as adding friends. These are great groups to get in. Then once you're in there, really start to engage, start liking and commenting and being a part of the group. And as you're in that group more, you might develop a relationship with somebody to where it would be okay for you to step out and add them as a friend and send them a message saying, hey, thank you so much for accepting my friend request. I thought I would send you a message because we're in the same horseback riding group and I really love getting to meet, other ladies that I can connect with. Something like that is so simple, just, not nasty or anything, not icky. It's just really nice to get a message from somebody, right, that you can relate to. So that's a great way to add friends that way. Again, you can go to your page. Well, you would go to somebody else's page, right? And you can search, you can go to friends and you can see, you can look at recently added friends of theirs. You can click on all kinds of things on people's profile and be able to find some friends that you might have in common. So that's another really great way to do that. Obviously, if you're a coach, you don't really want to add coaches because that's not going to help you, right? You can follow coaches. That's going to help you just with ideas maybe. But as far as having a bunch of coach friends, that doesn't help you with expanding your network, right? Okay, let's go back. So those are just some ideas for adding friends. Post, likes, and comments. This is a section where I just kind of like to I go one of two ways. Post, likes, and comments. So it could be, I could jot down a little note about what I actually go like and comment on just so I can kind of keep track. And sometimes I'll write down, when somebody comments or likes on my posts that I kind of engage with. But this is a really great time and place for you to kind of just think about, okay, what did they say? I'm going to respond. What did I comment and like on theirs? It's so good to track everything that you do so that you can go back and have some kind of concrete information for yourself to know what it is that you've been doing in your power hour. All right, new conversations. Okay, so this is where you're going to hold a conversation with somebody new. Okay, you can reply to comments and likers, or commenters and likers. You can send hey girl messages about non-coaching things, or you can send encouragement or value. So I'm going to stop sharing so I can look at you and give you some ideas. So when we are talking about not inviting, but when we're just having new conversations with people, this typically is not the time when you're inviting them to something, right? You're kind of just having a conversation with them. So if I was going to respond to a comment or a liker, say I shared a really vulnerable post, okay? Maybe it was a transformation post, or maybe it was something just scary, that I'm not used to sharing about, but whatever it was, I shared it and it was scary for me, right? So what I'm going to do is anybody who goes and comments or likes or says anything on that post, I'm going to like it. I'm going to comment beneath it and say, thank you so much, or I really appreciate your comment, something like that underneath it. But then what I'm also going to do behind the scenes, especially as a newer coach, when you're really trying to build your network and talk to the most amount of people you can, is behind the scenes, all those likers and all those comments, you're going to send them a message and you're going to say something like this. Hey, Ashley, it's so great it was so great to see your comment on my picture. It was so vulnerable for me to post something like that. And I know it only took you a second to comment or like, but I just want you to know that it meant the world to me. So thank you so much. I hope you're doing great. Okay, right there, I hope you're doing great, or something like that is going to automatically open up the conversation. They're going to say, oh my gosh, you're so welcome. 9 times out of 10, they actually ask you what you're doing, especially if it was a transformation post about, fitness, your nutrition, lifestyle. And so that automatically opens up a really great way for you to kind of have a conversation with them and hear about them and hear what they're doing. And a lot of times it kind of opens up a really great way for you to have a good conversation about what you do, right? Okay, another idea is, sorry, I'm looking back at my notes. Okay, a hey girl message. So a hey girl message could be something like, or a yo bro if you're a guy watching this. It's basically, again, another message that has nada to do with coaching. Okay, so it could be something, maybe they have a really cute outfit on, or maybe maybe they went to a really cool race car race, or I mean, it could be legit anything. And when this happens, maybe you really relate to it. So you're going to comment below it and maybe say something really nice, like, oh my gosh, I love your dress. Where did you get it? It could be something like that. That's a connection. Or it could be something behind the scenes where you send them a message. Hey dude, oh my gosh, I saw you were at the NASCAR race. Like, how was it? Or, it could be anything like that. Anything that's sparking a conversation with them and allowing you to relate to them. Another great way to have a new conversation with somebody is birthdays. When somebody has a birthday, instead of being that person that posts on their wall, why don't you send them a message? Hey, Ashley, I hope you're doing great. Happy birthday. Like, what did you guys do today to celebrate? Again, it's a question. I'm asking them something about themselves, and they're going to respond. And it's going to, again, continue in a conversation, which is another great way to really build a relationship. Okay, let's move back. Let me share my screen again. Okay, so inviting, dun, 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 right? Scary part. We've got inviting and following up, and then we'll talk about check-in. So inviting is obviously where you invite somebody to a challenge group or to coaching. So when we do this, and we're going to have a whole entire section on inviting, but this is where you categorize when you legit ask somebody to be part of your group. So now I categorize this in a variety of ways. So sometimes I'm in a conversation with somebody and maybe they say, yeah, I'm working on my fitness. I've been running this many times a week, or I'm doing something. I say, oh my gosh, that's so great. What kind of goals do you have? And maybe they share with me and I say, you know what? I don't know if you'd be interested in something like this, but I actually host these accountability groups. Do you think that you might be interested in something like that? Bam, that's an invite. Really not scary at all. I just kind of throw it in there because I say, hey, do you think that this might be something that you might enjoy? Okay, so that if I did that, I would invite them to a challenge group. Inviting can also be maybe on Thursdays, you post a picture about a sneak peek into coaching. So again, anybody who comments or likes, invite them to the sneak peek, and I would jot them down. So it doesn't always have to be in a behind the scenes invite, but it can also be, from a post or something that you make, whether you invite them to a challenge group, to coach, or maybe you're inviting them to a sneak peek group. So kind of just figure out how it is. And again, we have so many videos on what inviting is, but inviting can be a very, it seems like this big, hairy, scary thing, but if you just come to them saying something like, hey, I don't know if this would benefit you or if you're interested at all, but I host these accountability groups and it's so much fun. We're really just connecting and getting to know each other and holding each other accountable, on our health and fitness journeys. And it makes it so much more fun and so much easier when you know that someone else is doing it with you. So I don't know if you'd be interested. I know you said that you were trying to lose, 5 pounds or 10 pounds or whatever. So I just thought that I would invite you. No pressure, but just wanted to let you know that I think it might be something that you would like. Okay, it could be something really simple like that. And again, people to invite are really great people to invite would be people who you've been in conversations with, who you've maybe had, conversations with in the last couple weeks, people who like your transformation post or posts that you make about coaching. Really great people to connect with and invite to challenge groups or coaching. Okay, number 5 is following up. This is kind of my brain dump section again for anybody who I'm talking to. So maybe somebody sent me an email and I'm responding back. So I'll just jot their name down with a little dash out to the side and say, add to fall group. Or maybe somebody, sends me a message on Facebook and I'm going to follow up. Doesn't have to be about a program or something. For me, a follow up is just kind of responding to that person. So you can kind of categorize it how you like. And again, I like to just jot a little note out to their name. But this is just people who are interested in something, a challenge group or coaching or asking you questions about whatever. And it's a great place for you to follow up with them. Okay, then the last part down here is your check-in. You know that as a coach, you have to be on your own health and fitness journey first, right, before you can ever help anybody else. So what I want for you to do is check in on your challenge group. Check your online office. On your online office on the right-hand side when you sign in, all of those, coach breaking news, that is so important to keep on track of. Your team page, check in on your team page or your upline's team page, whatever team page you're in, check in and make sure you don't miss any notifications. If you've got coaches, check in with them. If you don't have coaches of your own, check in with your upline. Personal development. You have to do personal development every single day. It changes your life. And it also gives you really great ideas of things to post every day. Okay. And then last but not least is your workout and Shakeology, because you know that being a product of the product is the number one way that you're going to be successful in this business. So anyways, that's what a power hour can look like. I hope that helped you so much. And also what I want to do is show you one last thing before I close out, and that is a timer that you can use to help you in your power hour, which is super awesome. So let me share my screen with you again. Sorry for throwing you around everywhere. Okay, so here is, we're in our power hour here. Let me go to our folder here, and this is going to be uploaded there as well. But this is something called our power hour timer. And what it is basically those of you who maybe have a really hard time with time management and staying on track of what you need to do every single day, this is a really great way to stay on track with your power hour. So let me open it up. And what it does is it has every section of your power hour, but it has it in intervals. So it gives you 30 seconds in between each task. And so that way you have 30 seconds to kind of gather your thoughts, finish that last message, and then move on to the next one. One of the biggest things that I find with new coaches is that when you're doing a power hour, you start spending so much time on one task, and then you start leaving gaping holes in your power hour because you forget to do the rest of this time, the rest of the tasks, or maybe you don't have enough time. So this kind of takes the guesswork out of it. So when you click play, It starts counting down, about 30 seconds, and it's going to go ahead and start. Give me 5 minutes to add 3 contacts to my network. Okay, it's going to keep going. Then I've got 30 seconds, and then I go to send my messages. So it's a really great way to kind of keep you on track. And again, you're going to see this in the Google Drive with all the other stuff about your power hour. So this would be a really great tab to maybe bookmark, those of you who have a hard time with time management. And I still use it sometimes myself. And if I'm busy, I'm a stay-at-home mom, I'll pause it. And so maybe, so when I pause it, that way I can go back to it and not miss, sending those last 2 minutes of hey girl messages because I stopped in the middle of it. I just click play again. I continue for the last 2 minutes I have. Then I can continue moving on and maybe pause it again, let's be honest. So anyways, hopefully this helps. I hope you have a great power hour. I hope it's successful. And remember that you kind of tweak it and make it your own. But, over the course of a couple years, we kind of came up with this power hour for you, and we hope that it'll help you to be really successful. So thanks for hanging. Bye.